In problem 3, we are multiplying functions. So let's start with part 1. Again, we are taking our f of x, our minus 8 x to the 4th. I'm going to put the whole thing in parentheses because I'm multiplying. And g of x, I'm also going to put in parentheses. And then we're going to combine like terms. Negative 8 times 5 is negative 40. X to the 4th times x to the 3rd gives us x to the 7th. In part 2, we are multiplying a couple of binomials. So again, I'm going to take f of x and put it in parentheses. And g of x I'm also putting in parentheses. So we could FOIL this, but I wanted to introduce another way of multiplying this out. I know a lot of people haven't seen this. They call it the box method. So what I did is I took the first statement and wrote the first term in one row, the second term in another row. I kept the signs because they're both positive. The second statement I put in columns. I put the first term in the first column and then a minus 5 in the second column because the 5 is negative. Now I'm going to multiply each row and column. So 3x times 2x gives us 6x squared. 2x times 2 is 4x. 3x times a negative 5 is negative 15x. 2 times negative 5 is a minus 10. And now I'm going to write out all these terms. But the nice thing is I see these two terms are the same, so I'm going to combine them right away as I write out the terms. So we have 6x squared minus 11x, 4x minus 15x is minus 11x, minus 10 at the end. So the reason I chose the box method in the previous example is because it is actually going to be very useful in this last example. We have a binomial times a trinomial, so foiling can get pretty messy. So I'm going to go ahead and write my f of x in rows, write my g of x in columns, draw my box, put in my rows and columns, and multiply each row and column. 3x times 2x squared gives us 6x to the 3rd. 2x times 2x squared is 4x squared. 3x times 3x is 9x squared. 3x times 2 is 6x. 3x times a negative 1 gives us negative 3x. Negative 1 times 2 is a negative 2. And I can see I have my like terms, so I'm going to combine them as I write out my solution. So we have 6x to the 3rd, and we have a 4x squared and a 9x squared. Adding them together, we get 13x squared. 6x minus 3x gives us a positive 3x and a minus 2 at the end.